That was quick.
Didn't take long, did it?
Hello everybody, and welcome back to our channel, Two Brothers Outdoors. It's another hot, humid day. As you can see, I'm soaked. I've been doing a few things. Let's take a walk around the property and see what's been going on. What's going on here? These little short pine slabs are 4 to 5 foot long, and they vary in different widths, as you can see. They're not clear. They got knots in them. They got all kinds of blemishes in them, and there's been a lot of interest in these. It's been pretty good. Our stakes have literally flown off the shelf. We're low again after yesterday. Have to cut some more 6-footers. We try to keep at least 150 on each shelf, but it's been difficult. Craig, log man, he's been enjoying the warm temperatures. He just sits right here, out here all the time. He just loves the warm temps. But I've heard he's from Utah. Our crafter's box has been doing pretty well. You see, we got fans back here in the corner. We got open areas back here to the outside. Fans draw air through here, and they go out this door, which is normally just a screen door. It actually dries these slabs out pretty fast. We've got some nice slabs in here. We've got some popple. We've got some beautiful cherry. Of course, our hard maple. And some yellow birch, which is getting a little bit low. We've got to cut some more stakes, so we're probably going to take down a couple of birch trees to make stakes out of, and that'll add to our crafter's box. The ones with knots and character in them. Andy at Southern Adirondacks was kind enough to give us some apple tree seedlings. They're doing very well. Plant ourselves a little apple orchard here. Even though I've got big apple trees back there and here and here and over there and out by the road. They all produce apples, but they're not very good apples. They're too old. These are going to be a nice change, and these are apples that McCoon's and Macintosh and Johnny Macs and some Vixens and Hawkeyes. Those are all apples that make good apple pies. In the Sawmill building, we've been experiencing a little bit of a mouse problem. I started this engine up the other day, and a mouse jumped out and ran across the floor. Took the cover off the air cleaner because I thought he maybe built a nest in air cleaner. He didn't. He built the nest down in the shroud. So I had to take the shroud off the engine. And my little tachometer right there, guess what? He chewed the wires all up, part of his nest. So we've set out some mouse blocks and some traps. And I see I have a trap missing right there, which means it's laying here somewhere with a mouse in it. Okay, I found it down here under the heater. And he's still alive. Didn't kill him. Okay, as much as I hate mice, he survived the trap. And I took him out in the woods, way away from the house. Turned him loose on this hollow log. If he survives, good for him. He stays away from the houses. He won't have a problem. He'll live out his life to a ripe old age. I don't mind wildlife like red squirrels, chipmunks, gray squirrels, mice, wood rats, or whatever they call them that live in the woods, but stay away from my buildings, stay away from my house, stay away from my camper, my cars, and all my equipment. You don't have to be destructive. I wanted to show you this bolted maple that we have. This is some beautiful stuff right here, guys. Look at this. And these boards are solid as a rock. Let me show you this back one. Look at this. You ever seen such pretty spalted wood in all your life? It's solid as a rock. And even better yet, we got a bunch of it. See this? Look at this. Isn't that pretty? This is some really nice spalted maple. And this piece right here, it's solid, but it was towards the outside of the tree. Got a woodpecker hole here. That'll make some conversation piece for a coffee table or something, huh? And we got ourselves a couple tomato plants, a couple of green bell pepper plants. And these right here are potatoes. And there's a funny story about those potatoes, and I'll tell you that in just a second as well. Those potato plants I just showed you were, well, here's the backstory for the potato plants. We used to have a big garden, and we used to grow a lot of potatoes. They're red potatoes. They're a certain type that my wife loves. We bought seed potatoes once, and since then we've had so many potatoes that we've had seed potatoes left over for the next year, and we were able to supply all the neighbors, anybody that wanted potatoes, this particular red potato, we had them. Last year we had a horrible summer, and we didn't have any potatoes at all. We had none. And the few that the plants did provide, the moles got them. So that was the end of our potatoes. And we had no seed potatoes. This year, every place that sells seeds or used to sell seeds has closed down. So we were unable to find red seed potatoes. So I went to the grocery store. I bought a bag of red potatoes. No problem. I'll just pop them in the ground. They'll grow eyes and they'll get plants. Well, I was talking to John Davison from Davison's All Natural Gym. He says they won't grow. What do you mean they won't grow? Well, they spray the potatoes so they don't get eyes on them. You can put them in the ground, but they won't grow. And you know what? They didn't grow. So we changed places where the garden was. Where the old garden was is now all lawn. And I was back there walking around, and guess what? There was 8 volunteer potato plants coming up out of the ground. I dug them up, planted them in the garden, and we're going to have potatoes this year. That's the story behind those potatoes. Pretty neat, huh? All right, went down to the stump dump this morning, nabbed this nice straight white pine out. Doesn't look like it has, but maybe one knot on it right there. Hoping that's some clear pine. That'll sure be nice. We could use that. Nabbed a few pieces of ambrosia maple. If you'll look at the end of it right there, you can see the ambrosia in it. But this has got to be a base log because there's a clothesline hook right there. So we're going to have to be careful in this log. And we got 3 more that we dropped over at Tim's. That's got more ambrosia than this. But we are going to have to check them for nails, screws, hooks, and all kinds of stuff. Snagged another log right here that has spalting in it. Quite a bit of spalting in it, actually. This is going to be a nice log. Spalting stuff goes pretty good price. I think this one right here is destined for cookies. I have a couple of orders for 4 to 6 inch thick cookies. We'll cut those with the chainsaw, and if I can't cut them straight, we'll put them on the sawmill and straighten them out. But that is a maple. It's old. The bark is coming off and it's covered with mud, so I'm going to let the rain wash it off a little bit before we cut it. Alright guys, the reason I'm all wet and sweaty is I sawed a few pieces of lumber, sawed a log up. I think I'm going to go down to the creek, do a little fishing, take the new camera for a walk, see how it does, and I'll probably wade in the water without waders. It is hot. Alright, I'm going to throw some fishing video on the end of this, see how it comes out. Thanks for coming along. Until the next one, we will catch you later. For the small amount of testing I've done with this camera, I'm really happy with the quality of the video. The video is crystal clear. This camera does video in 4K 60 if you want it to, but I ran about a 15-minute video the other day and it used up 59.7 gigs of my 65 gig card. I couldn't believe it. Just a 20-minute video. I'm using a Royal Wolf topwater fly. It's one of my favorite flies to use up here in the Adirondacks. And I am getting some interest in it, but it's half-assed interest. They're just biting at it, but they're not really taking it. And I'm in really good looking water here, and the water temperature is about 66 degrees, so we should be able to catch a trout if I could get them interested enough in this fly. I finally catch a small brookie by the bridge and get him in. He's only about 4 inches long, if that. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming along with us, and until the next one, we will catch you later.